Have you learned your lesson? Don't stare at women from afar?
I'll try not to do it.
I know it's hard when we're so beautiful, but we just don't like it. It's kind of creepy.
Okay. What's your name?
I don't think I should give you my name.
No? Can I have your phone number?
No, you cannot. I'm not going to give my phone number to somebody who is just staring at me.
So rude?
I think staring at people is rude, actually.
A woman's like when somebody is staring.
No. Women find it very creepy.
Maybe I'm Russian.
Well, Russian women sure don't enjoy it either. No, you can't. Especially since you keep looking at my chest. You men are very simple. You know that? You think you're so slick. But women know when we're being stared at, and we know our chests are being looked at as well. I know. We're not just beautiful. We're smart, too.
What is your chest?
Breasts? Boobs? Yeah.
I cannot, sorry, I didn't understand, but it's beautiful.
Okay, well, again, it's something that women don't enjoy. I don't have time to chat all day.
Arrogant woman rejects guy for approaching her and proves why modern women stay single. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. We just showed you a clip of this woman rejecting a man she's clearly irritated by for staring at her and making her feel uncomfortable. Now, before we get into this, I just want to say that we don't condone harassment or disrespecting people for no reason. However, there's more to this story and some valuable lessons can be learned from this experience. That's why we are going to let her explain what happened. Now it's time for us to dive into this and do what we have to do. Because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
So the story begins in New York, as all good stories do. I was in New York for a doctor's appointment last week, and because the only thing I was there to do was to see a doctor, I had lots of free time on my hands. So because of this, I figured one day, let me get glam, let me put on some cute clothes that I just ordered, and I'll go out, take some photos, and then flex for the gram.
I want you to keep this in mind. She said, I had a lot of free time. I'll come back to that later. She also said she's gonna take pictures and flex for the gram. In other words, show off on Instagram. Why would you do that?
Why?
Because you want attention like most of these struggle IG models. Stay focused because this is important for the points that I'm gonna make later on.
Something about this dress just screamed catcall me. I was getting attention from men left, right, and center. Normally, I'm the type of person to take that with a grain of salt. I don't allow that to really get to me, and as long as you're decently respectful, I don't care if you have something to say to me, or you want to look at me, or whatever.
Haha! The dress. The dress that you were wearing is getting you a lot of attention. That's exactly why you were wearing it, right? That's why you used it to flex for the gram, right? Many Muslim women wear a hijab, and they wear it for a variety of reasons. However, whatever the reason is, the women that wear a hijab get a different kind of attention. Stay focused, guys. It will all come together.
So while I was in New York taking my photos for Instagram, this man walks past me very, very slowly, and he has on a pair of sunglasses. And despite his sunglasses, it's very obvious to tell that he's looking at me. So I turn and I look back at him. And as I do this, he lifts up his sunglasses, puts them on top of his head, walks a couple steps, stops, crosses his arms, and just looks at me. And at this point, I'm like, this is really weird. You're awfully confident in the fact that you can just stare at me and I'm going to be okay with it.
With all that attention that you are attracting with this dress and flexing for the gram, you've been able to attract a man's full attention. He has no problem with letting you know that he likes looking at you. And now you feel uncomfortable because you're not attracted to the guy. It would be a different story if it was Christian Grey staring at you. And now we're gonna put it together because this comes with the territory. Sooner or later, you will draw the attention from one of these guys that will take it a step further. Let's see how she handles the situation.
Like, because I'm the person I am, I wasn't going to let this weirdo looking at me change my plans. My plan was to come and get some photos with some super cute tulips and go about my day. So that is what I intended to do. So I'm continuing taking my photos. They're turning out okay, but like I'm not totally happy with the location I'm shooting in. So I decide to walk across the street where there are more tulips and it's just a nicer situation. So I think that that would be a good option for me. However, this man has now migrated to across the street where I was hoping to go take photos. And again, I'm not the type of person to allow a man to dictate what I do. So I was like, you know what? Kind of anxious, but this was my plan and I'm gonna stick to it.
You've just experienced the attitude of the modern woman. I'm not gonna let no man dictate what I do, even if the situation is making you uncomfortable and has the potential to be dangerous. Like I've said in the beginning of the video, she had a lot of free time. Why didn't you go back later? Why didn't you wait until the guy was gone? No, you are not gonna do that because that would make you feel weak. And pictures for the gram are more important than your safety. The foolishness. And look what she does next.
So I walk across the street and I walk past him because it was impossible not to. And I turn to him and I say, you know, staring at women is really rude. We don't enjoy it. You could just say, hey, you're cute, you're beautiful, have a nice day, can I have your number? And then go about your day. But staring at us is really rude and we don't enjoy it. And in response, he's like, oh, but you're so beautiful. And I'm like, thank you, but do not stare at me. And I walk away, going to continue to take my photos.
So instead of ignoring this guy that makes you feel uncomfortable, you confront him. I bet it made you feel real strong, huh? If this situation got out of hand, you would expect men to come to your rescue, and I'm not one of them because I know that a lot of these women are responsible for the drama in their lives and they don't want to take responsibility for it.
I've been, you know, a little stubborn sometimes and probably doubted my intuition. I would feel things, but me being me, I need physical proof. Like I've always needed physical proof, and I couldn't just trust what I was feeling and trust the warning signs that I got. So if a sign read hot, do not touch, I'm gonna touch it. I need to know for myself why I should not touch the stove, okay? Don't judge me for it.
So I foolishly believed that because I confronted this man, he would get the message and GTFO. But spoiler alert, he did not get the message and he did not GTFO. So I continue taking my photos and I'm sitting on a bench by some tulips. I'm just minding my own business, trying to calm myself down from the interaction that I just had. It wasn't that serious, but if you are a woman who's had men creep around you, you know how anxiety-inducing that can be.
One of the reasons why men don't approach women and men are choosing to go their own way is because they understand that the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Why would you put yourself at risk? One false allegation and you're screwed. This woman says she has experience with men creeping around her. Why didn't you avoid the situation? Because you love the drama. And that's exactly why you were here flexing for the gram when the guy came back to talk to you.
You men are very simple, you know that? You think you're so slick, but women know when they're being stared at and we know our chests are being looked at as well. I know, we're not just beautiful, we're smart too.
Lights, camera, action. Yeah, we're beautiful, we're smart.
And near the end of our conversation, he asks me for like the 4th time if he can have my number. And I say, no, you cannot have my number, especially because you keep on staring at my chest. The entire time he was trying to talk to me, his eyes were laser focused on my breasts, and he just thought that I would not notice. So I told him, not only are women beautiful, but we're smart too, and we can tell when men are staring at our breasts.
You're smart because you can tell when someone is looking at a certain part of your body. Unbelievable. The fact that you're still there for him to ask you for your number 4 times proves that you had no problems being there. You love attention, you love drama, and when the camera was rolling, you went into that so-called strong and independent woman mode to flex for the gram. If you were really smart, this would have been avoided.
He is so annoying, he was so creepy, and I wish I would have punched him in the face.
This is exactly what Brittany Renner was talking about.
Why am I afraid to step into my femininity? I don't want to let go of the illusion of control. I see control equivalent to power. I see women who play the traditional role as weak and the lesser. In my mind, I believe being an independent woman allows me to hold on to the illusion of control.
This is why women are single, guys. They want to be like men under the guise of being a woman. She could have handled this situation easily, but she had to prove her manhood to the sisterhood. This is the type of foolishness that you will have to deal with if you get into a relationship with her. Every time she feels weak, she has to rebel against that feeling and pick a fight with you just to feel strong. Look at what she does right here.
So at this point, I was fed the up. So I stand up and I say, you know, I don't have time to chat nor get stared at all day. And I walked away from him and I was shaking the entire time, both with anxiety and with rage. It was a 50-50 mix.
You have no time for him, you're not interested in him, but you still give him the time before you do what you should have done in the first place, and that's leave. And fellas, when you put in a little bit more effort, you will find out this woman won't bring much value to your life. Just another selfish and entitled chick. Check this out. This video has officially been highlighted.